Going down to Mr. Gray's to have myself a time.
Angry comments everywhere. Humble folks with concentrations.
Going down to Mr. Gray's to leave my woes behind.
Ghosts and cryptids everywhere. Even some that is crazy.
Going down to Mr. Gray's to see if I can unwind. Come on down to Mr. Gray's and meet some friends of mine. Hey guys, it's Don from Will to Mr. Gray, an intimate reading of the comments. I'm speaking like that because I still haven't got my setup properly, and I've had to put the light there because my other light, which I was using, is broken. How's it going, people? I'm not going to go into why I haven't made a video for a while. Most of you know I've moved, so. But I thought to ease myself back in, I'm going to do a comments video because it's been a bloody long time. It's been years. 3 weeks at least since I've done a comments video. And my setup still isn't quite what I wanted. I still haven't found any ghosts. Nobody? No, nobody behind me. Just animal. But anyway, I'm going to go through the comments and answer as much as I can. If I miss a comment, I do apologise, but it's been a while since I've caught up with the comments, so... And, you know, excuse the creepy lighting. It is what it is, unfortunately. I'm just going to go from the top. I can't use it. This light is so bright in my eyes, and my camera's behind it, I can't even see the lens properly. It's there somewhere. But anyway, I'm just going to go from the top, and we'll see how it goes. DevilV says, oh, I can't stand... They commented on the cold reading. I'm not going to go into that stuff anymore, right? I am done with that drama side of it. But they say, oh, I can't stand those videos that have ridiculous clickbait titles. I stopped watching Twin Paranormal for that very reason. I used to really love watching ghost hunting videos, but then I found your channel and it opened my eyes. And since then, I have questioned everything. Well, first of all, I appreciate it, DevilV. I much appreciate it. I'm glad you found, you know, this little community we have. And community, by the way, it reminds me when I commented on a video a couple of weeks back before I moved, saying I'm from the debunking community, and I had someone say community. Yes, you little shit. Not you, devil. But anyway, yeah, clickbait titles. I mean, I always say I understand why they do the clickbait. I do understand because YouTube to get anywhere in YouTube is pretty hard, right? You have to. Because the way YouTube works goes on algorithms. I sometimes do a little funny clickbait. Sometimes, but only usually ironically. Ironically, yeah, that is the word I'm looking for. I could absolutely clickbait way more and get YouTube to like me, but I don't. I really go against my channel. Is really stupid, but I do understand why some people go full-blown clickbait because that is the only way YouTube's going to push your stuff, unfortunately. But it is annoying. I totally agree with you. Like Twin Paranormal are the worst for clickbaits. I nearly died. I was possessed by a demon in every single video. They are one of the worst. They're not the worst, but they are one. They're up there with the others who clickbait the hell out of them. And I remember Twin Paranormal when they first started doing the rounds about 3 years ago, 4 years ago maybe, and they were fairly normal. You know, in their clickbaits, they weren't insane, but now they are absolutely insane because they know how their algorithm works. Although I agree it is absolutely annoying, at the same time, you can't fault them for doing the clickbait because that's what YouTube asks of them. It's really annoying, I know, but yeah, I'm with you on that. From SuperLe, I've used the SLS app on phones. It picks up shapes then tries to make it into a stick shape. It's so rubbish you can see it map out shapes from objects around it. Totally agree with you. I keep looking over there for the camera. The camera's there. I'm going to be going into more in-depth stuff with the SLS stuff soon because I finally, when in the move, I found where I put the Kinect, which Purple sent me. He sent me when he only knew me for like 2 or 3 weeks. Fair play to him. So I do plan to go into more of that because I've had a few comments on my SLS stuff I've done saying, how dare you. So we're going to go into some stuff in a later video. But yes, the SLS, you know my stance on it. We'll get to that in another video. So I saw this pop up the other day, maybe laugh, from Wrench Bandit. Oh my god, all you do is complain. I like complaining. I know, I absolutely know predictive text screwed him over there, but it's still funny. From Lancet Fencing, love your channel, but the music you have in the background drives me crazy. I tend to put music in to to separate the droniness, my voice sometimes. I don't think, do I have a drony voice? I don't think I do, actually. But I don't know, I just like to have a bit of background, you know, ASMR music to like just make the videos fly along in a way. But yes, I know what you're talking about. And the video you're commenting on was from like a year and a half ago, I think, where there was some music I used. It was a bit too much. I totally agree. And I do tend to tone it down in later videos, I think. But I like music in the background. I think it just adds that little bit of quirkiness and humor and whatever. I like music. But I appreciate the comment. From Steph Wood, I think being the ranting person on the mountain is a fantastic career goal. Believe me, it's coming. It's coming. I'm going to grow this out. I'm going to grow it to... I'm not going to go like Viking length. I'm not going to go stupid length. I'm going to go hobo length. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'll be up that mountain. I almost went up today, but it's bloody cold out there. From Void2525. And he commented on when I did the video about William George Hirons. I keep looking over there for the camera. I do apologize. William George Hirons, the serial killer. And it was a true crime video I made. Not a lot of people watched it, but I really enjoyed making it. And they will be coming back, absolutely. And they say, I haven't checked yet, but I do hope more content like this on the channel. Stuff like this is very interesting. Would love to see more. It's absolutely more coming. Like I said in a previous update video I did about a week ago, I'm going to be sticking with the breakdown analysis stuff. If I see a full-blown debunk, whatever. But on my channel, I tend not to go for one channel. It's usually a compilation because that's the way I like to keep it. But the true crime stuff and... like I said the other day, like a horror story stuff, real horror story. I absolutely plan on going full force into them because they really interest me a lot, and I've dabbled in it in the past. The videos, I mean, not the serial killing. But yeah, there will absolutely be more coming. And someone commented, I wish I could find the comment, saying something about the Lighthouse video I did about a year ago. I really want to go over that story more, but in the way I wanted to, with the new horror story style thing I have planned. Fingers crossed. From UserThanks. I went from believing in ghosts to watching people obviously faking their videos, and now I watch debunking videos. I still somewhat believe in the paranormal from a couple of experiences I've had, but didn't find any answers on YouTube, that's for sure. I've said it many times, I am an open skeptic. I'm a skeptic, but I'm open to possibilities, but so far I haven't seen anything. Not on YouTube. I genuinely don't think, and I genuinely believe this, and I know I'm friends with some paranormal investigators, but I genuinely think you'll never find any evidence on YouTube. I do believe that. I think it's the way the platform works. I do genuinely believe that you will never ever find anything that you might think is a ghost on YouTube. I just don't. But you know, I'm happy to be proven wrong. Hopefully one day I am. Now this comment here, I'm not sure if he's having to go at me or someone in there. I don't know. It doesn't show me. From FELE Trip. What if he said you can't see through humans, but you can see through spirits? Now again, this is from the SLS stuff, which I've gone into detail over this, and I had a comment the other day on one of those videos where I said, what did they say? You haven't explained anything. The SLS can absolutely see ghosts. And I'm done explaining to those people because I've gone into detail the reasons why it's not about ghosts are invisible, but you know that's why you can't see on the SLS, but it's picking up. It's not what you're missing the point. Not you, FV. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but the people who comment that kind of stuff is completely missing the point of what I'm trying to say in those SLS videos. Quick breakdown: SLS. When you see a figure in the background being mental, it's the software struggling to find a humanoid shape. And like I said, if you see something like on Really Haunted Lee's videos, he's been debunked so many times by myself, the shape, Beardo, Purple, the side-eye guy, I think, as well now. He's been debunked to death on his SLS stuff. But when you see him, you know, his stick figures walking down the room, walking exactly like him, by the way. When you see that, my argument to that always is, and this is where I go into detail with those videos, is, by the way, I should say he's overlaying the tracking footage from something he's done previously. That's what his stickers figures are in Really Haunted in Lee's Really Haunted. But what I will say is, and this is what I always say, if ghosts do exist, right, and they are obviously, you can see through them, right? Let's just say we can see through ghosts right now, right? Ghosts to see through, whatever. If the SLS is tracking it, if the SLS is showing a stick figure, but somehow ghosts to see through, it's not seeing it. It's really hard to go into detail because I've gone over this for the last couple of years so much. But the SLS software will only track something it can see. And if the SLS can see it, you would be able to see it, the thing it's tracking on the viewfinder. And I don't mean the stick part, I mean the solid figure it's tracking. So that's why we know, well, we know this anyway, but that's why a lot of people are hopefully learning that everything you see in Really Haunteds, Michael D. McGee was doing it a couple of years back. Other people who say, SLS, look at this stick figure, he's bopping me on the head and chucking me phone. You know that it's not seeing anything because you would see it on the viewfinder. And the only other part of that is when you see the stick figures, you know, in a corner there, and it's going like that, doing the bloody, you know what I mean? That is the software struggling to find a humanoid shape, so it's trying to add its own. That's what the software is. But if it's a normal figure walking along, that's added in post. Like I said, I will be going into more detail of that in a later video. Hippie Sophia, you vid The Lighthouse, the true life horror of Smalls Lighthouse is how I came across your channel, as that lighthouse is off the coast from my hometown. I love that. So I really do look forward to story time. Much love. I appreciate that, Hippie Sophia. Yeah, The Lighthouse. It was a video I made on the true story, which they filmed The Lighthouse with Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson made. And I watched that. I remember watching that film for the first time. I think it was early last year. Was it? Maybe the year before. I can't remember now. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It's now one of my top films, The Lighthouse. And I made a video on the real true Lighthouse it was based on. And yeah, that's the kind of stuff, more like that, I want to do. So fingers crossed. Rachel Chappell. Now this is a really good, before I get into this comment, this is a perfect example of, you know, Ouija boards and seances. And they're commenting on the Exploring Josh Satori stuff. I'm not going to go over that again, but this is a perfect example of what I'm about to read. That why you can never take anything from like a Ouija board session or seance as facts. Especially with a medium there who might be tricking you. But we're going to read this comment. I think it's a great example. From Rachel Chappell. Houdini fell out with Arthur Conan Doyle of Sherlock Holmes fame over his beliefs in the supernatural. Now, before we go further, Houdini was a big debunker of the supernatural, paranormal back in his day. He not defrauded, that was the wrong word. He debunked a lot of charlatans back in the day. And, you know, he got a lot of shit for it. Imagine YouTube was around back then. Houdini witnessed the seance, I think, done by Conan Doyle's wife, where she claimed to be speaking to Houdini's mother. The problem was Houdini's mother only spoke Hungarian. I hope that's them right language, apologies if it's not. Caused a big argument and they never spoke again. Conan Doyle also believed in the cotton leaf fairies, where I'll get to that now. Where two schoolgirls painted fairies then took photos of themselves with them. This was eventually confirmed as a hoax when one of the girls, now an old lady, confessed on her deathbed. The fight, literally and figuratively, between believers and skeptics has been going on for a long time. It absolutely has. And this is, again, this, you know, when Conan Doyle's claimed to be speaking to Houdini's, was it mother? Yeah, Houdini's mother, who didn't speak English. But yeah, obviously she was coming through in English. This is the same thing with those apps. You got the Ovilus. I'm not going to go into the necrophonic bullshit. They're bollocks, right? Plain as day. But the Ovilus, you know, it spouts out words. It's sucking out from the ether, so to speak. and they're all in English. Now, does it have a translator on those apps? You know, because I've seen people there in Spain, Mexico, Poland, and the words come through in English. It's very weird. And again, when you got some mediums who've gone to like old medieval castles, like in England and all that, you know, from like the 11th century, the 9th century, not in England, but you know, in Britain in general, Wales, England, Scotland, Ireland, we all have lots of castles here. They're communicating with like a 9th century jailer who's speaking perfect English. They would not have been speaking English back in the 9th century, I can assure you that. So, you know, it's whenever you see something like that, you have to stop, take a moment, and think of the situation you are in right now when someone is saying, I am in contact with a 9th century jailer, and he's telling me I left this coin in this little puddle, and you should go find this coin. He wouldn't be speaking like that. You know? Language is, I'm assuming, if there is an afterlife and you pass on, I'm assuming you still speak the same language you died with. That's my assumption. Unless this like Star Trek universal language translators. It's always bizarre when stuff like that happens. But yeah. And I can't remember what the comment was about now. Oh, by the way, Sugar Plumps. I love that name. Sugar Plumps. The horror story idea sounds awesome. Now, I should state, because someone commented, oh yeah, I really look forward to your stories, you know, the same as I enjoyed Dead Cold. Now, for a start, Dead Cold Paranormal, if you don't know, he's a really good YouTube channel. He does paranormal investigations. He also does story podcasts, and I really enjoy them. He's got that voice really good. I'm not going to be doing anything like that, so I'm not going to be like ripping off Dead Cold, even though I've done these things in the past. It's not ripping anyone off, but I'm not going to be doing anything like that. I don't want to go into too much detail just in case I don't bloody do it, but my plan is to get a story I like and then go out if I can, and go out and recreate sort of scenes from that story in like a dramatization thing. That's my plan. I'm not going to be like doing a podcast or nothing. Mine's going to be a more filmic. I say filmic. It'll be my usual amateur shit, but you know what I mean. Fingers crossed that's going to happen. But yeah, I just thought I want to clear that up. I'm not going to be copying Dead Cold. Dead Cold is doing very good, and he's really good at what he does. Which I'll link his channel down below if you want to go there, and he's got some very cool stories. But anyway, this will be the last one now because I need to do some stuff from Jugulator. Love that name. And I'm assuming they're talking about the horror story thing I have planned. Just keep it in line with the real world. It'll be great. I love horror from real life. That is the plan. All the stories I'll be talking about will be, I mean, as real as they are online. But they will be in from the real world. They won't be like ghosts on Mars or nothing like that. Like, you know, that would be pretty cool. But yeah. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. And like I said, apologies if it's not as long a video than I usually do. It's just trying to ease my way back into it because it's been tough. It's been tough. Yeah, I'm still moving stuff because, yeah. Christmas. Oh, God. Christmas. I'm such a Grinch. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you like this video. Leave yourself a new to my channel. I do this quite often. Back on it right now. Anyway, thanks for watching and bye for now.